Good evening, everyone. This is Manali Raj. Welcome to the CSA Relay News Bulletin presented by Chanakya IAS Academy, Bihar region. In this segment, we demonstrate about the daily important highlights from the perspective of our civil services examination. Let us have a brief overview of today's headlines. Major oil and gas firms have pledged to go carbon neutral by 2050. India backs UN resolution against Israel for not leaving Syrian Golan. Union Cabinet decides to extend free food grain scheme for 5 years. Government lists 4 Jammu Kashmir bills, criminal law legislation. Cabinet approves continuation of fast-track courts for trying sexual offences for 3 years. Government paves way for the 16th Finance Panel. Synoptic report: Halal certificate ban in UP. Moving into the details of the news. The 28th Conference of Parties President-designate Sultan Al Jaber has said that several oil and gas companies have committed to become net zero or carbon neutral by 2050. For the first time ever, a significant number of oil and gas companies are aligned towards net zero targets by 2050 and net zero methane targets by 2030. Another major step that Conference of Party 28 presidency under the UAE could take credit for was getting the world's two major economies, the US and the China, aligned towards climate action and reducing methane emissions. The International Energy Agency estimates that oil and gas operations account for around 15% of total energy-related emissions globally, or about 5.1 billion tons of greenhouse gas emissions. India has voted in favor of a draft resolution in the UN General Assembly that expressed deep concern over Israel not withdrawing from the Syrian Golan. The Syrian Golan is a region in southwest Syria that was occupied by Israeli forces on June 5, 1967. The resolution introduced by Egypt was adopted by 91 votes in favor, 8 against, and 62 abstentions. Australia, Canada, Israel, UK, and US voted against it. The resolution also stressed that the illegality of the Israeli settlement construction in the Golan Heights. The Union Cabinet took a formal decision to continue the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, the scheme that provides free food grains to about 81.35 crore people from January 2024. The scheme was to end on December 31 this year. The centre launched the scheme in March 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns and ended it in December 2022. From January 1, 2023, the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana had subsumed other schemes under the National Food Security Act, such as the Antyodaya Anna Yojana and Priority Households for 1 year. The Antyodaya Anna Yojana card holders will get 35 kilograms of food grains per family per month, and the Priority Household scheme beneficiaries will get 5 kg per person per month. The Union government has listed 4 bills related to Jammu and Kashmir, including the one pertaining to the reservation of assembly seats for the Kashmiri migrants, to be taken up for the discussion in the winter session of the Parliament. The Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill seeks to nominate 2 members from the Kashmiri migrants community who migrated when militancy was at its peak in 1989-90 as members of Legislative Assembly of the UT of Jammu Kashmir. One of the members will be a woman. It also proposes to nominate 1 member from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, which was displaced in 1947-48, 1965 and 1971 Indian-Pakistan War. Other than this, the 3 new criminal codes, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Bill, Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita and Bharatiya Sakshi Bill, that will replace the Indian Penal Code of 1860, Code of Criminal Procedure 1898 and the Indian Evidence Act of 1872 respectively. The Union Cabinet approved the continuation of the fast-track courts dedicated to the dispensation of justice in cases of sexual offences for a period of 3 years. The fast-track special court, a centrally sponsored scheme which was launched in 2019, would now be extended up to March 31, 2026. Each fast-track special court is conceived to take up trial of between 65 and 165 cases every year. The Union Cabinet approved the terms of reference for the 16th Finance Commission, which will recommend the formula for sharing revenues between the centre and the states for a 5-year period beginning on April 1, 2026. The panel will prescribe measures needed to augment the consolidated fund of a state to supplement resources of the panchayats and the local bodies. Review the existing arrangements of financing disaster management initiatives, and make appropriate recommendations. The government had established an advanced cell in the Ministry of Finance to oversee the preliminary work pending formal constitution of the panel. Synoptic report. Uttar Pradesh government's Food and Security and Drug Administration banned the manufacture, sale, storage, and distribution of the halal certified products with immediate effect. Halal, an Arabic term, means permissible as opposed to notions of haram, prohibited in Islam. A halal certificate means the product is fit to be consumed by followers of the faith. It is particularly relevant for meat items and is considered essential while exporting meat to Muslim countries. Halal certificates are given by the Jamiat Ulama e Hind's Halal Unit and the Halal Shariat Islamic Law Board, both of whom have been cleared by the National Accreditation Board for certification bodies. While the Shariat Islamic Law Board enjoys permission for certifying food products, the Jamiat's unit can certify only meat products. That was all for today. Stay tuned to our channel for standardizing your civil services preparations. Thank you.